All right, well, we're here with Coach Kara Willard and Jessica Gill and Beth McGee. Coach, as the head coach today, just can you give us an opening statement about your team's win in the national semifinals?
Yeah, these girls have faced a lot of adversity, and it's just exciting to see us get to this point and come out with the win and showcase all their talent. So I'm really, really pleased with their performance today, and I think that tomorrow is our time to peak.
Great, thanks. And then Beth, maybe let's go to you next. As a senior, you know, in your home state of Texas, what does it mean to be here this week and to have your team perform like they did today?
Yeah, I'm so proud of this team. We went from not knowing if we were going to get to have a season due to the pandemic to being able to train for a month and a half and get to this point. So our team's faced a lot of adversity this year, but to get to be in Texas in front of my family, finishing out my career with the team that I love so much, it could not be more rewarding.
And Jessica, how about you? What does it mean, you know, and you know, Beth talked about it a little bit, but in a year like this, what does it mean to get to be at a national championship and represent Azusa Pacific in this way?
It means so much. I mean, the mask just doesn't even mean anything anymore. We just have to wear them. It's fine. We get to be where we are and love what we do. And we've just created these bonds with our team going through so much. And I think that's what's really brought us to how successful we are now. And it's just amazing.
Great. I know we have Corey Langerveld from Azusa Pacific on the call. Corey, you want to jump in with some questions?
Absolutely. First, question for Jessica and Beth, and then Carol, I'll ask you a question. But, you know, obviously people go on and on about the challenges that is this year, but maybe are there some unforeseen advantages that this year has brought for your team and allowed you guys to get to this point?
I can speak to that. We've talked at practice about how it is a really big advantage to be able to peak at the right time. So sometimes with a long training season, you kind of hit a lull where you're doing the same thing every day and you're working repetition, and it's a really good time to practice consistency. But this season, we've been able to just ride the up this entire time and focus on peaking at the exact right moment without having time to really, I don't know, get distracted or find a lull.
Jessica, if you have anything that comes to mind, feel free to answer too.
I think for that, I think we built a lot of trust really fast, and usually it takes a long time for that, like months, and we just built it so fast. We've become so close with each other, and that's just astonishing because it usually takes months to get to where we are right now, and so that's just led us in the right direction.
And Kara, you know, coming into today's meet, you guys are the overall favorite, and so just talk about your approach to today, and then will it, you know, be any different going into a national championship against either Baylor or Oregon?
Yeah, my approach has been the same every day at practice and every meet we've had. It's to stay in the present moment, and I would say that is our advantage. Is we couldn't think of sometimes the next practice day and how we would actually get to this point given such a short season. So my girls, I always say, stay in the moment. All you can control is today. And they did just that. They stayed in the moment. They controlled what they could control. And tomorrow I expect them to do the same thing and just stay present. And that will create peace and also confidence.
Corey, anything else from you?
I don't. Joel Simeone might. We'll see here if he has anything.
Nothing's really coming to mind, but you know, this is the program's first final in 7 years. Any particular thoughts as to how to whether you're going to worry about dealing with that as far as pressure of the moment or anything like that, or just treat it like any other meet?
Yeah. We've been calling our competitions just glorified practice, and that's what I told the girls today before they went. I said, hey, this is just a glorified practice, and these girls are so locked in at practice, and they've carried that into meets that tomorrow we aren't going to treat it any differently. Yes, we're on a bigger stage, but that doesn't change their skill. It doesn't change their start value. It doesn't change the jersey that they're wearing. They're just going to do the same thing that they do every single day, and that's where their confidence and discipline really comes into play.
All right, thank you.
Great. Well, I'll ask maybe two more quick questions and then we'll wrap up. Beth, I'll start with you. What does it mean you were again recognized today with some All-American and All-Academic team honors, and you with some other teammates received those awards beforehand? What does it mean in a sport like this that's both individual at times, as the two of you did great tumbling passes today, but also team focused to receive an award like that?
It's an honor, especially because this is such a team sport. It kind of feels almost awkward to get individual recognition because you know that you wouldn't be anywhere without the other 32 people on the roster. So I'd say it's very humbling. It's an honor, and I'm thankful, very grateful, but it wouldn't be anything without the support and the coaching and the team that we're blessed with.
Great. And then Kara, maybe we'll end with you. And I would be remiss if I didn't ask this question, but there was a cool moment before the meet tonight where we honored Colleen Kosrud for her time, both with your program, but also with the association. What did that mean to you and to your team to have that be part of tonight's, to this afternoon's events?
Yeah. I told the girls before we came to the national championship, I said, there's going to be hard moments, grieving the loss of Colleen, but this is also a celebration of her life's work. And so for her to be celebrated on a stage like that just meant the world to me and to the team. She never needed the recognition, but for her to have that just meant a lot to our program. So our goal for this championship is really to celebrate her life, and she loved coaching more than anything. And so there's a lot of peace for our girls going out on the mat and getting a chance to compete for her this season.
Great. Well, Jessica, Beth, Coach, thanks very much, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.